So you have been given the ready reckoner rate to consider while buying a flat. What is the ready reckoner rate? It is also known as the circle rate or the guidance value, and it has a significant impact on flat purchases in Mumbai, including areas like Baikala. So, for example, in newer projects like Piramal Aranya, you will find that the RR rate is at par or mostly below the project's per square feet built up rate. However, in resale flats or, for example, old dilapidated buildings, the RR rate could at times be higher than the resale units per square feet rate. And this is a typical problem of Mumbai's real estate market. Now, here's a breakdown of how it influences property transactions. Take for example the base stamp duty and registration charges, which is the government's source of income too. So the RR rate is the minimum value at which a property can be registered. Because your stamp duty registration fees, they all will be calculated either on the actual transaction value or the RR rate, whichever is higher. So if you buy a flat below the RR rate, let's say in an old building from a distressed sale or a negotiation, then your stamp duty will still be based on the RR rate which is higher, which will increase your out-of-pocket cost. This has various tax implications for buyers and sellers. For example, if you buy a flat at a price lower than the RR rate by more than 10%, then the difference is treated as income under Section 56(2) of the Income Tax Act, and there the taxation could be as high as 30%. And similarly, sellers would be taxed under Section 50C, the higher of the two, the actual sales price or the RR rate. So it is very, very difficult if you're going to buy a property which is below the RR rate, because then you will be attracting a tax liability as well. So you will find information about the RR rate online, and if you Google RR rate in the area of PIN code, you will get a couple of links. Just remember that the RR rate is mentioned in square meters. So you need to convert that into per square feet and compare that with your builders or the project's per square feet rate or whatever rate that you're buying your resale flat at. And then study the tax implications as well as the registration and the stamp duty, because these two will be very critical in determining the costs of your landed project. So before you buy a property, always also consider what the seller is willing to sell you the property at and what the ready reckoner rate is because the difference between the two will determine how much extra you will have to shell out. And in case that's too much of a hassle, you can always contact me, your property consultant plus broker, who will help you buy the property at the best rate in Mumbai.